25 years ago, this place was filled to capacity and even using the overflow room. By time, say, last year, 2006, early 2006, it dwindled down to around 20, 25 people. People were getting frustrated that things weren't being looked after, things weren't being done. Whose job was it? Finger pointing. It's your fault that we're in the situation now because if we hadn't decided to do this, and like you said, you really saw all the ingredients that are involved in a breakdown. It got really tough.
We believe that this time has come, November 4th, 2006. I'm going to pray, and all the lights are going to go off. And that's going to be symbolic of the closing of the doors. We will not be known as La Crescenta anymore. And forever, we will now be called Living Stones.
We shut down all the lights and we had a prayer and we rebooted everything back up as kind of a symbol that we were rebirthing ourselves. We were being born again, if you will, almost.
In Revelation, it talks about God writing our names, a new name, on a white stone. And we realize that a name change is an actual change in character. We talk about Jacob to Israel, Saul to Paul. It's a change in character. It's not just a change of the sound of the name. And then we had another text that talked about Christ is our living stone that was rejected, and that we are to become living stones.
Now if you come, we've kind of, if you will, turned everything back on itself. We still start out with a welcome. We want people to feel like they come home when they walk in the doors. Our real target audience would probably be between your youth to young adult would be our target audience. But we want to make sure we're talking their language. We're not using churchy terms, but use something that they can connect with. Our worship team, as they explored what worship is to them, felt that worship is really a response to God and not something that's just demanded by God. And so in a response form, we put the sermon towards the beginning of the service and used worship really as a way to respond to God through music, through prayer, and through various other aspects of our service. What I want people to be able to take away from this church and these services is to be able to say, God is part of my life as a whole, not just when I entered this building or this community. And so I'm hoping people can go out into their workplace and say, listen, this is what Jesus has done for me. This is the way Jesus has impacted my life. And if we can accomplish that, then I think we've made just a giant leap as far as churches go.
I see Living Stones becoming that place where young people can come in good Christian community and discover what it is to live the life of a Christian and being God's representative here on earth in these times. Life at Living Stones now is new. It's a new experience for me, but it's a new experience for a new attitude.